Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep everything on track. That's how work gets handled. Visit us at asana.com.
Maybe you recognize this voice. Andy Betterman here of the injury law firm Greenberg & Betterman. For over 35 years, we've been helping people in the DMV with auto accidents and medical malpractice. Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Man, check this out. On this episode, what I want to talk about is an exercise, something that I did on an episode before. It was a meme that was floating around the internet, and I thought it was very interesting. It's called Have You Ever Done This? And if you follow the podcast, you know that I did an episode a while back answering just some random questions. And what I did was I took the meme, I want to say from Instagram, and I answered the questions basically on live on the as I recorded the episode. We're going to do that again on this episode, but with a little twist. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Got the homie in the building. You can see her. She is the host of the I Can Talk About This All Day podcast. My girl Britt is back in the building. Britt, what up?
What's up?
What's happening?
Look, getting ready to get through these holidays. And, I want to zoom through spring, get there already, wrap this up.
No doubt. Now, if you guys have been listening and following our podcast, you guys know that we actually recently officially met. Yes, we were in California, LA to be specific. Britt was out there for a couple of days, kick it, and I came out there for my birthday, and we got a chance to meet up and hit brunch and have a good time, and met her son, Zai, and it was. And Britt, I heard you mentioned it on the podcast. I want to reciprocate the thought. You know, it's always cool when you meet people in real life. Like, we've done shows before and we've, texted and stuff like that. But to meet somebody in person, like, you want to make sure that, who you're meeting is who you're meeting, and you're not meeting somebody that's putting on airs. And Britt is as cool as they come. What's that?
No, now I know. I was like, yeah, I know I mentioned it, but what did I exactly say? And now I remember what I said. Like, just the fact that you're meeting the same person that's actually on the show. It's not a persona. And I mean, like you said, texting and everything, it's not just always about shows, it's other stuff too. And it's just, and it was like meeting everybody, it was just like there was no awkward anything. It was like we just jumped right into like what we've been doing.
Right. My motto, real, recognize real. And we also met up with the homie Uncle Dolomite from the Too Much Game podcast. Shout out to Dolomite, the richest podcaster that I know, billionaire extraordinaire. And I mean, he's another one that, like I said, just real. I mean, what you get on his podcast is what you get in real life. And I've always kind of prided myself as that, especially for the podcasters that I've met in real life. I don't want anybody to listen to this podcast and think that I'm somebody else when I turn off this microphone and put these headphones down and turn this. No, I'm the same person. What you see is what you get, Jack. Ain't no different. But yeah, we had a good time, man. LA was dope. Shout out to the homie Baylor from BTG for President. That's his podcast, as well as Open Run with BTG. We all hung out together with his wife, Marcy, and the daughter Bailey, and we had a ball. We should do this again sooner than later. God willing,
one more time. I know we
yes, because I hung out with Baylor a couple of times. I hung out with Dolomite a couple of times, during my time, because I was out there for a week, and I mean, even that time went by fast. So looking forward to getting back out there and soaking up some of that Cali sun.
Oh, me too.
But yeah, on this episode, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do this, but I'm going to throw the questions out to Britt. The cool part about this is that she has no idea what I'm going to ask.
You're getting the real reaction.
Right. So, and I'm pretty sure she heard the episode, but actually, I'll be honest, the episode.
I really don't know anything.
Yeah, and I think I did that episode maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago. It's been that long, so you heard it, but you probably don't remember it.
Don't recall.
But nonetheless, let's get it cracking. Have you ever? And for those of you listening and watching on YouTube, feel free to chime in and comment wherever you can comment on YouTube, social media as well, Twitter X, Blue Sky, Instagram, wherever. Feel free to chime in. So first question, and these are in no particular order. Britt, have you ever snuck food into the movie theater?
Hell yeah. I just did that shit last week. I sure
Wow.
did. Man, look. What did I sneak? It wasn't like food last week. So
Okay.
last week was some candy. And I took cans because I'm not really drinking soda anymore. I'm drinking like sparkling water if I want that carbonation.
Okay.
So I brought one from home. I brought candy, but there's this place called Culver's. You guys got Culver's out there.
Do we? I've heard of it, but I don't think we have it here.
I have a homegirl in Atlanta, and she knows what Culver's is. So I think you guys have that out there. But
I've heard of it though.
It's a burger place. They sell chicken strips, whatever. So, because the movies, first of all, they don't even give you a lot, and they charge an arm and a leg.
Right.
But yeah, so one time, me and my son, we were going to the movies, and we were like, I want some food, and I was not about to spend $20 on some popcorn that ain't real food.
Right.
So we went to Culver's, and we each got a chicken strip meal. I just didn't get the drinks because I can't sneak that in.
Right.
And my thing is, when I do go to the theater, I have to get a blue icy. Like that's what I have to do. So I have my blue icy. But yeah, we snuck in chicken strips and fries. I had it in because it was wintertime, so this was not that long ago. I had my big old coat on, and I just shoved the bag over here, shoved the bag over here because my purse wasn't big enough. And I put my winter coat on, and I'm walking like this,
Wow.
Yep. That's not the first time, but that was definitely the most recent time.
Okay. Believe it or not, I've never snuck food into a movie theater.
Not even candy?
No, never. But see, I don't eat candy at a movie theater. I'm strictly popcorn and soda. That's it. And I don't even drink soda like that, but I'm strictly
movie theater. But if I want something, like I'm bringing it in, candy is the easiest.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've never. I may have had candy like once or twice in the movie theater, and that's because my wife got it. But no, I don't. I've never done that. So you got one up on me. You did. I didn't do it. I haven't done that.
It ain't worth buying at the theater. The same box at the theater that's $4.50 you get at the dollar store. So.
Right. And they're making a killing. And like you said, between the cost of a ticket to a movie to the movie theater and the food, I mean, like you might need a mortgage. You might need to take out a mortgage just to do that. So I mean, like times is hard. I know people are trying to get everybody back to the theater since COVID and everything. But yeah, so we differ on that. Question 2. What's that?
Real quick, how much is the ticket out there?
That's a good question, Britt. I have not.
Oh, wow.
You know what, Britt? The last movie you're gonna laugh. The last movie I saw in the theater probably was Black Panther 2.
Lord.
So that was what, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been to the movies in a minute.
Like I have definitely been since then.
Yeah, I haven't been. And it's what it is, Britt. It's like stuff comes out, and it's like, and I'll be like, oh, I should go see that. And then I'll be like, okay, let me wait until the crack, like Bad Boys for Life came out.
Yeah.
And I had every intention to go see it at the theater. Never made it to the theater.
I did go like the second week on that.
So,
one. Yeah, out here, it's $11.
Okay.
So
that's not too bad for a ticket.
Yeah, for one ticket.
That's not too bad.
Some change. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, I know California is.
An arm and a leg.
Yeah,
second question. Have you ever sung in front of people?
Wouldn't call it singing. It was rapping because it was karaoke.
Oh.
I've told this story either on my podcast or I was probably Baylor's, because we used to go to Saddle Ranch and do karaoke. And so I never sang though. I did the rap.
Okay.
So,
I remember that story.
Yeah. But no, singing, I don't do that in front of people. I just, because I'm not a singer. I'm not awful, but I mean, this was not, I rap. I don't sing.
The way I see it is everybody has a sound. May not sound good, but we all have a sound.
Yep.
I've definitely sung in front of people, in church, at school when I was in college.
Okay. If you're going to go back like that, yeah. I was.
Yeah, but I mean, but even as an, so going back to college, what about your college days? Did you sing in front of people?
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
but if you go
but you have.
Yeah, if you go back further, I was part of the children's choir at church when I was
there.
little.
You go.
And then I was part of this, what were they called, choristers or whatever, in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We did a play and we had to sing in front. So that as a group, but solos, no.
Okay. Yeah, I rocked a solo once.
Hey.
I think I know the answer to this question. Have you ever skipped class before?
Hell yeah, and I did it to eat. My fat ass did it to eat a lot. First time I skipped class was in high school. It was easy because we had classes in bungalows across the street. Cali people though, they did a lot of that shit where you had classes in bungalows across the street. And the way it was, we had some this way and some this way. And then you had the campus like security people in different spots, and hey, go over there and start talking to them. I'm gonna go this way and blah blah blah.
Right.
So the first time I did it was in high school, and I skipped to go get Jamba Juice, the smoothie, and did that a few times. But then when I got to college, I was still gonna go to Roscoe's.
Oh wow!
Because Roscoe's was right up the street to go get tacos. I mean, yeah. Hey, you know what? I don't feel like going. I already went this week.
Right.
Peek my head in. I'm out.
I know the feeling. Now, I'll be honest. I never skipped class in high school. Never. Just never really had a reason to. Because and I tell people all the time, because people find that to be funny, but like, particularly when I got to be a senior, I only had like maybe 4 classes. And so like the afternoon block of my classes, I was done. And sometimes what I would do is like, if I wanted to go somewhere or something like that, I just ask my coach and he'd give me the keys to his car. So I'd go home. Sometimes I go to the store and get something. But so I never skipped any classes in high school, but in college, my famous skip a class story was when I first met Sharice, my girlfriend, now wife. We were at South Carolina State University, and I just remember like at one point in time, the only time I would see her during the day was like she would go to lunch at 11. And so like all of my teammates would go to lunch at 11. Problem is I had an art appreciation class at 11. And I hated that class.
You didn't appreciate art?
No, oh my gosh, I hate it. Listen, I don't give 2 rats ass about art. Still to this day, Basquiat, I don't care who's, none of that stuff appeals to me. So I remember when, so I went, and it was funny because I had a class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And just, I remember one day I was just like, all right, I'm not going. And so I would go, and then I see Sharice at lunch, and then we talk or whatever like that. And we were just kicking it. And I remember and then I stopped going to class. And then I remember one day she asked me, she said, hey, why is it that I see you sometimes, some days on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and then other days I don't see you at all? And I was like, because I got a class at 11 o'clock. I was like, I gotta show up sometimes. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're missing class? I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's art. I said, I don't care about no art.
It's a class for you, boo.
And got an F in the class.
Of course you did.
My mom was hot. I had like 4 A's, a B, and an F. And my mom hit the ceiling. and I had to take the class again in the summertime, and I got a B, but still. So that was my skip a class. Have you ever fallen into a pool?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Not that I recall.
Well, I think you'd recall falling into a
I
pool.
know, but like I know I've jumped into pools. I know I've slipped by pools, but I don't think I've actually fallen into a pool.
Okay. We had a pool, or have a pool at the house back home in Florence, South Carolina. Never fell in there. I mean, like anytime I got in, it was in, and because I can swim, so I swim like a fish. So, never fell in. I've been thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
I've thrown some people in our pool, but never fell in.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, and I'm interested about this. Have you ever dyed your own hair?
Yes.
Really? What color? And how old were you when you did that shit?
Oh, good God. I was probably, look, I'm going to take it way back. I think I was like in 6th grade. Okay. I didn't dye my hair first. Back then, everybody had the highlights, and that was the thing. Highlighted hair. You got like blonde streaks and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom was like, no, you're not dyeing your hair, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather you do this. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but have you heard of Sun-In?
No.
Sun-In was some kind of citrusy spray thing you could buy at Walmart, the CVS.
That don't sound good.
No, but it was in the hair dye aisle, whatever, and you would just spray it on strands, and you'd go in the sun, and it would lighten that part. But the thing is, it's not just lightening; it's turning it like an orange tint. So, yeah, but that was the only thing my mom would let me do. She wouldn't let me dye my whole hair, whatever. So then, when I finally did dye my hair, probably a year and a half later, give or take, and I had permission. I didn't do anything crazy, but I went burgundy. Yeah, that was like 7th or 8th grade. I went burgundy.
Wow.
But then the thing is, anytime I've changed my hair color, which to change it drastically has not been much. It's been that burgundy, and that was really to help get the Sun-In tint, because once you turn it orange, like it's orange, it's not going anywhere. You basically like bleached your hair.
Right.
The other time, this wasn't me doing it myself, but I went blonde actually one time.
Okay.
Was 12 years ago. I mean,
okay.
This was like 20s, but I went blonde. I did the whole little ombre. It was kind of like dark, like underneath, but it was blonde. I'll have to show you the picture one day. Otherwise, like after that, I went and got that professionally done. But after that, I dyed it back brown. I dyed my hair brown to kind of, my hair would turn colors in the sun, because so anytime I feel like it's gotten too orangey or too light, I will go ahead and dye my hair. But it's probably been, I want to say like 7 or 8 years since I've actually dyed my hair. I can see grays. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Short answer for me, no. I've never dyed my own hair.
Nothing.
No, man. I mean, and even now with gray, because it's funny, because like I see pictures and stuff of myself, and I remember when none of this, facial hair was gray. Like I remember back when it was like 11 grays on this side, 11 grays on that side. But I mean, it's and if I grow my beard out, which is funny in and of itself, because up until I was probably about 40, I couldn't grow a beard. But no, I'm perfectly cool with the grays in my hair. I don't trip off of it. And it's funny because when I see people, guys in particular, and they're my age and I don't see no gray, I know you cheating the system.
Damn well.
Yeah, don't cheat the system, bro. Embrace the gray. Embrace the gray, especially for us dark skinned brothers. I think it accentuates your face and your color.
I love
Yeah, so I mean, like I'm never getting rid of the gray.
Problem
So
with my grays though, like you can see my hair. I think I've talked about my hair before, but like I'm curly underneath, I'm wavy in the middle, and it's a little straight on top. That's natural. That's just what my
okay.
hair is. But the grays that are coming in are spirally curly. So like they're definitely standing out. Like I have one up here somewhere, and I can't tame it. It literally is coming in like a spiral curl. So I don't know how I'm gonna brace those. But,
Hey,
yeah,
you coming up on a milestone birthday? I mean, they coming. They are coming. I mean, it's really embrace it. That's all I can tell. I mean, no knock to anybody but you dudes out here paying $250 for Beijing. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that.
nah, keep the gray.
Yeah, keep the gray.
Anyway. So.
Exactly. Next question. Have you ever lost your phone?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, like completely lost it and never found it, or
lost it at some point where it was out of your possession and you didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was at work, but it was a completely different area. Like it took me about 2 hours to find it. And
wow.
I have a problem. Like my phone is black and my case is black. And I have a problem where I will sit it down on something black. And so I do it at home too. I have black speakers upstairs and I'll sit my phone right on top of the black speaker and I go running around like, oh my God, I just had it. What did I do with it?
That's why I got a blue case.
Ding it, as long as it's, So, but yeah, at work for 2 hours one time, this was years ago. Couldn't find it.
Okay.
I stuck it in, we had like these little cabinet things and I was getting stuff out of the cabinet and I sat it like right by a book. And yep, and then I had to go back when I had a chance and go retrace all my steps. And
oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never lost mine. Now it's my phone is always somewhere near. Like even if it's not on my pocket, not in my pocket or in my hand, it's somewhere near. It's on the desk or it's and like mine is black, but it's my cases. I've always used a blue case, and I don't know why, but I thought the blue case always looked kind of fly. But maybe that's why I do it so I don't put it down on a black speaker or something like that. I know the answer to this next question. So I guess I'll probably ask, what was the best concert you went to? Because I know that because the question is, did you ever go to a concert? We know that you went to several concerts. So what's the best concert you've ever been to?
After that, you should know what the best concert was.
Well, I know, but I mean, the people don't know.
Prince, of course. Amazing. I've seen him twice.
Okay.
But the first one I saw was, I was in middle school, went with my family, and we went and saw him in Vegas. But the second one, I think, was the best one. I was grown. And I went and saw him at the Forum in LA. First of all, my tickets were $25 a piece. This is when he
can't beat that.
Cheap tickets. And then when he decided to announce like his last week of doing them, those were the ones that were like high. But Esperanza Spalding opened for him. Sheila E. performed with him.
Wow.
And he definitely worked the stage. I had pretty decent seats. He played all my favorites, especially Adore. Oh my God. And this was like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. And yeah, and then the best part was, all right, thank you, good night, whatever. And he left, right? And people are like still lingering around. And I was told like, don't go just
right,
yet.
because he's coming back.
He came back and did another 30 minutes. He did an outfit change, came back, did 30 minutes, and people were able to like rush down to the stage. I didn't do that. I wasn't trying to do all that, but it was amazing. I mean, he did the guitar, he did the piano, he was dancing around, he did everything.
Man, I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but that's one of them. That I didn't see him in that final concert in Atlanta. I'd gone to a concert. I'd gone to the Rakim concert the week before, and I was like, man, I'll catch Prince next time he comes, because it was really a shock to me that he was there.
Yeah.
And he performed like I want to say like on a Wednesday, and he had passed away that Monday, and it was I still can't believe it. But the best concert I've ever been to is Up in Smoke concert. It was any and everybody from the Dog Pound. I want to say Eminem opened, so that just shows you how far back it was. Eminem had hits, but he wasn't even the hit maker on this concert. Exhibit, Ice Cube, Dub C. It was almost everybody from West Coast. Obviously, Snoop and Dre closed it out. Man, that show was I was blown away. I'd never seen anything like that. Outkast probably a close Outkast and the Roots are probably a close second, but yeah, Up in Smoke, crazy. Next question. Have you?
Would be
Go ahead.
My second one would be Ice Cube.
Okay, yeah. Cube put on a great show.
It was him and Dub C actually the whole time too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Have you ever gotten lost in a foreign city?
No. Well, kinda. My cousin used to live about 3 hours from here.
Okay.
At the time, I was fresh back here as an adult, and 3 hours from here is like the boonies. Let me tell you, I had my phone on giving me directions. Right, make a left here. But you're getting to
so you had GPS and you still were lost?
Yes, because here's what happened. You're going down this road, right? It's rock, it's gravel, it's not street, okay? Ooh. And there's nothing around. It's just like grass, right? Nothing. Well, there's no service out here. So my GPS stops working. I'm still going. It's not telling me turn here, go down this road, blah, blah, blah. And so I start to realize like, hey, because then my music stopped working too. I was like, let me see. And I'm trying to pull it up and it's not catching. So finally I find a gas station somewhere and I'm trying to like pull into that, hoping like because it's a gas station for whatever reason they got something. Nope. So I was able to contact my cousin. I had one bar.
Oh, wow.
Contact my cousin. I'm like, hey, I'm here. She goes, how'd you get all the way over there? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know, but I need to figure out because I don't know this. Like, it's the middle of nowhere for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to live no horror story, no nothing. It was going to get dark soon. And so I think it took me like another hour. She was only 20 minutes away, but my GPS kept going out. So I'm trying to remember what she said. I'm trying to like go back.
That's that, man. I'm glad we don't have that type of issues with our GPS anymore. But that is a lonely feeling when you're driving and you're being guided by the GPS, and then your phone starts buffering because you're no longer in a cell phone. Right? Yeah, you're no longer in an area where you got data, so you don't even know if you're supposed to be turning. You can't stop.
I've never been there before either. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, just stop working on.
I've never been lost in a foreign city. Never. Not any that I can think of. I've never been. I've got a pretty good sense of directions, so never been lost. And we're at the point now, because realistically, you would have had to have gotten lost years ago, because now it's almost virtually impossible to get lost anywhere now. Well, let's see. Next question: Have you ever given someone a fake phone number?
No.
Really?
No. I've either given it to them or I said no. And no. Because I know people who have done that and they call right away and it ends up being a thing. So no. I just deal with it when I tell you like, no, I'm cool. I just deal with the attitude then that you just didn't get my number. But that doesn't really happen anymore. So, I mean, that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah. For me, it happened years ago, and I definitely gave the wrong number. I gave her my number, And what I did was I transposed the last digit. I just put a 0 in it. Because like my cell phone number has never changed. Like I literally have had the same cell phone number since I think I think I got a cell phone in 1999, I think.
Man,
And like so my number has never changed.
my number's been the same since I was 19, so that's about 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
About 20. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's been closer to 25 years for me almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so she asked me for my number and it kind of I was kind of caught off guard a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. And so I was like, all right, I'll give it to you. And so I gave it to her. And the last number I transposed again and I just put a 0 in it. And she wrote it down. She didn't call me. Now, if she would have called me right then and there.
But back in that day, though, that's what you did was you wrote it down and whatever. Now, though, it's like put it in the cell phone. I'm gonna call you and here you.
Yeah, but if you call right there, you thirsty. I mean, like I gave you the number.
Because what they do is like, oh, put your number in my phone or whatever. And even if you put it wrong, then they go like, oh, I called you, so now you can save my number. Is that whole?
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, but it's been a long, long time since anybody even asked me for my number. So I mean, it's
okay.
It was a long time ago.
All right. Well, we're up against the break. It's time to take a quick commercial break. On the other side, we will have more with Britt. I'll have more questions. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a second.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep everything on track. That's how work gets handled. Visit us at asana.com.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Quick quiz. What injury law firm has been helping people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years? That's right. It's Greenberg and Betterman. Auto accident? Medical malpractice? Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
And just like that, we are back. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your host, 12 Kyle. Got my homegirl Britt in the building, and we are talking about, have you ever done this? Before the break, I asked Britt some questions, and I've got a few more before we get out of here. The next question is pretty obvious. The question is, have you ever said I love you? I think almost all of us have said I love you to someone. So, Britt, I'm going to flip it a little bit. Who was the first person, non-family member, you don't have to mention their names, that you told that you loved them?
Unfortunately, that would have been a high school boyfriend.
Okay. Y'all don't see it. If you watching on YouTube, you see she rolling her eyes right now. She's like, this clown.
Man. Well, cause see, I've always been a long-term.
Mm-hmm.
I never, especially even in high school, I had one boyfriend and it was long-term. It wasn't like, oh, this week she's dating so-and-so. Next week. I never was that person, or even a couple months. Like, I think me and my high school boyfriend were together for a year and a half, 2 years.
And that's an eternity in high school.
Yeah, we did break up and we got back together, but he was still a piece of shit. And so we broke up again. But because we were together for so long in high school, ended up saying it then. It was the first time, and good God.
First time I said it to a girl, and it's crazy because I do remember this. I remember my dad telling me when I was young, he's like, don't ever tell somebody you love them if you don't. He's like, people get hurt, people get killed behind those words. Only say it if you mean it. Well, if you're a 17-year-old boy, do you really know if you mean it or not? Or are you saying it for the right reasons? And I didn't really know this girl that long, and I said it. And she was just so enamored by the fact that I said it. And yeah, and we never dated or anything like that. I told her that, and I was
17.
I was like, yeah, 17, because it was like the summer before my senior year in high school. And I told her that, and I lost contact with her too. With the interesting thing about because she didn't. I met her at a conference, a teen conference. Shout out to teen conferences.
Man,
if you know, you know. But yeah, I ain't mean it. And to be honest, I don't know why I said it. I said it.
I will tell you a quick story. I was first grade, second grade. I was living out here. My mom, my brother, and me were living with my nan and grandpa. This was back in the day where you had an answering machine.
Yes.
And there was this boy. I can remember his name to this day. There was this boy who would never leave me alone. He was calling my house back to back to back. We would just let it ring. Because I think shortly after this is when caller ID started too. So we had the caller ID plugged into the phone. You could see who's calling. And it was like, oh my God, this boy, just let it go to the answer machine. Just let it go to the answer machine. And he'd be, hi, it's so-and-so, Brittany, da-da-da-da-da. And I was just calling, blah, blah, blah. And every time he'd be quiet for a minute. He'd go, I love you. And like,
wow.
This is like first grade.
Little fast ass.
Man. And so there would be a couple of times, I do know a couple of times I ended up talking to him on the phone because my like grandparents were getting annoyed. Like, just talk to the boy and like tell him you can't talk. And then he would just be blah, 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 blah. I love you.
A little fast ass boy.
Yeah, no, I never said it, but I remember.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did. Yeah, that's crazy.
I got a lot of I love yous from him.
That's crazy. Next question. Have you ever gone overseas by yourself?
Not by myself.
Okay.
No, I've only been overseas once, and that was with my family back in, I was in middle school.
Okay.
But not by myself. One day, because I'm going to make it oral whether I go by myself or not.
Right. Yeah, same. I've never been overseas out of the country by myself. Each time I've gone out of the country, it's been with my wife, Sharice. I'll be honest, I really don't have. I'll travel, throughout the continental United States by myself, but to leave the country, no. I'm going with my wife. I'm not going by myself. Yeah. I need somebody to throw them things if we got to throw them things.
Right.
Because she'll throw them things. Next question. The question is, have you ever been to a wedding? I know you've been to a wedding because we've all been to a wedding. So I'll flip it and say, what's the best wedding that you've gone to? The dopest wedding that you attended?
So I've only actually gone to 2 weddings.
Your whole life, you've only gone to 2 weddings?
Yep.
Have you been in any weddings?
One, and I was in 4th grade.
Oh,
I was a bridesmaid though. I had a dress and everything.
So wait a minute. So what about your homegirls that you went to school with? That you grew up with? They didn't get married yet?
Married, not the ones I was close with. None of them are married.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I love my people. I missed Baylor and Marcy's because I had a family reunion.
Okay.
I wanted to go to theirs because that shit was fly. I've seen the pictures, but I didn't make it to theirs because the same damn time I had a family reunion. So, and I am glad I went to that because my Nana was there, and not long after that she passed. So, but Baylor and I have a mutual friend. Shout out to Dobby. His wife, her family is Nigerian. So they had, the outfits. The dresses were fly, the head wraps were fly. Like, I flew actually back out there for that wedding. And I was just talking to Marcy about this when I was back out there, but it's funny because they had a time the day before the wedding. People were hung over, giggling in the wedding, but afterwards, the reception, everything, it was beautiful. So, I really don't have much to choose from, but that is definitely.
I'm glad I asked because I just assumed that everybody's been to a wedding. And you've only been to 2?
That's one thing I'm actually kind of like annoyed about. Like, I would love to go to weddings. I ain't got nobody. Like, and so I tell my friends who are with somebody and they're not married yet and whatever, I'm like, let me know when you're getting married.
Right, right.
'Cause I want to go.
Man, I've
Hopefully
been
I
to
have one. I don't know shit.
I can't even tell you how many I've been to. I've been in a handful of them.
Mhm.
Um, let's see who had the best wedding. Probably my uncle. My uncle probably had the flyest wedding that I can remember. But everybody's wedding is fly. Even my wedding was fly. But my uncle's wedding was fly because it was in Long Island, and this was '88, and he had the Manhattans, the Manhattans singing at his wedding. I thought that was dope, and I think Eddie Levert was there. One of those Leverts, I can't remember which Levert. I think it's Eddie, the oldest one. Yeah, him. He was there, because I think they're friends, and but yeah, it was really just beautiful. I remember like this, they had this big ice thing, and it was just like a bunch of shrimp on it. And I was like, man, I never seen so much shrimp in my life. And I'm like 12, 13 years old. I was like, man, we can eat this shrimp. I was like, I wanted to just touch the shrimp and just pick it off there. It's like, no, you got to put it on a plate. But I wanted to just pick it off the ice and just eat the shrimp off the ice. But yeah, that's probably the flyest wedding.
I have been to one more wedding.
Okay.
My cousin got married. I didn't. So, and shout out to her because I think this is how you should do it. Her actual wedding ceremony only had like 10 people. The reception had everybody. So I didn't go to the ceremony, but I did go to the reception. So technically, but I won't say that's the best one, but I did just remember that one.
Man, one of the homies, my boy Ryan, he just got married this past November. And it's funny because I was sitting at his wedding and I was thinking like, I don't have many more homies that I think probably going to get married. And I really only have, I've probably got 2 friends who, if they ever get married, I'd be in their weddings. Now, I'm glad I'm past that stage of being in people's weddings because listen, that's a bunch in and of itself.
Right.
And I'll share with y'all a funny quick story. When I left LA to come back, I told you I was going to our college football game, the Celebration Bowl, where South Carolina State was playing against Jackson State. And Britt, I know I forgot to tell you this. I was standing, I stood up because there were some people, I was on the edge seat right before the game started, and there were some people that needed to get in the aisle or whatever. So I stepped back, and then so I saw these people. So, keep in mind now, I'm seeing people all day that I went to school with, right? And so I see this guy, and I remember him. I was like, yo, what's up? I say his name. I dap him. I'm not going to say his name on air. I dap him up, and his girl is with him. And his girl's like, hey, Kyle, how are you? And I was like, hey, how you doing? And so I don't really remember her, but I don't remember her, but I give her a hug, and I was like, I'm doing all right. She's like, you don't even remember me, do you? You walked me down the aisle. Her? You walked me down the aisle in my cousin's wedding. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what's up. I was like, Britt, I was like, I don't know who the hell she's talking about. I was like, yeah, who? And then right before she walked away, she was like, my cousin, and she got married to Rudy. And I was like, oh, because Rudy's my boy, one of my boys I grew up with. And sure enough, I walked this young lady down the aisle at Rudy's wedding. Here's the catch, Britt. I got drunk the night before. And I literally didn't. And I did an episode. It was like maybe my 3rd episode I've ever done. It's called The Last Time That I Got Drunk, which was the first and last time that I got drunk. And I literally didn't sober up until like 10 minutes before the wedding. It was bad. But I don't remember her. And then when she said that, because Britt, she threw me off. I'm standing there. She's like, yeah, you walked me down the aisle. I was like, wait, me? Are you sure? You sure about this? and I mean, like, Sharice had gone somewhere, but I know Sharice would be like, what aisle did you walk her down?
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'm at that stage where I've passed being in weddings. I think the 2 friends that I have who aren't married probably aren't going to get married. I think they're probably content being hoes the rest of their lives. So So no, actually three. I'm sorry, it's three. I forgot about my boy Jay Fresh that lives in LA. He ain't getting married either.
I got two possible friends, two possible
Okay.
homegirls. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm hoping, but I can't say for sure. Um, I mean, and I'm saying that because they're actually in relationships, like,
Okay.
but
I mean, hey.
I'm in my own wedding someday. I don't know.
Hey, well, I tell you what, if and when you do, I'll come.
Hell yeah, you coming?
I'll show up for that. That yours is one I'll show up for. I can't say that for everybody.
I appreciate that.
I can't say that for everybody because it's some folk, boy. You just like, no, I'm not even doing this.
Yeah.
This question is funny because I think people are very interested. It's always interesting how people answer this question. Have you ever had your card declined?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. A couple times actually. But one time though, it was because what I didn't know was that there was just too much stuff going on and they had been like, hey, hold up. But this was before they gave you the alerts like, hey, did you do
Right.
no, blah, blah, blah. And then technically the other one was because it was the wrong bank card. It was I had, for whatever reason, I didn't throw away my old one and I got the replacement and I had the old one in my wallet still. And so I was like, swiped and it was like, no. But yeah.
I think the last time, and it's interesting because, and I say this to young people, particularly young people who are, getting ready to settle down and cohabitate and bind and combine finances. Before I said I do, and before we combined our assets into a bank account, I always knew how much money I had, Britt. And now, granted, we were dating in college, so I was broke, right? Mm-hmm. So I knew when I had $1,000, I knew when I had $200, I knew when I had $12 in the account, and so we were probably. This happened when it was declining. I want to say we probably been married for maybe a year or two, and it was just like one of those things where you in between pay. And I didn't realize that she had went and bought some stuff and I ain't know it. And I went to the grocery store and I'm meaning, Britt, I got a whole bunch of all kind of stuff in the buggy. And I'm like, at the thing, I'm like, shoo. And it was, and the charge was probably like, I don't know, $175. Mm-hmm. And the lady's like, that didn't go through. You want to slide it again? I'm like, what? She was like, you want to slide it again? I was like, what you mean? And so she was like, you can slide again. So I slide again. So Britt, I take the card and I rub it on my pants.
I was about to say, you did not rub it.
I rub it on my pants, slide it again. She was like, you want to try another card, sir? I was like, nah. I said, you know what? Sit these groceries right here. I'll be right back. I live right up the street. I'll be back. And didn't come back.
That's usually how it goes. You say you're gonna come back, but
yeah, I was. Oh, that was me flexing because I was embarrassed. But I mean, like when I went and figured out what she spent, I was like, oh well, I ain't gonna be able to afford them groceries. So at least not for another couple of days until I get paid. So, but that's probably the most memorable and last time. But yeah, that's like I said, being young, not communicating about where the money's going and all this stuff like that. And we were two kids who, once we got to that point, we never did the separate bank accounts. Mm-hmm. We have different accounts now, and individual accounts, but we also have the joint account. Mm-hmm. And so, but that's how, we wanted to have it. I don't preach to people as to how they should, combine their finances or not, because everybody's different. So,
right.
Let's see. Let's get a couple more. Have you ever met someone famous? If so, who?
I met a shitload of people. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. I talked about this on one of my episodes. My stepdad used to direct and edit music videos. I was always on set. I was always at the editing suites, and they'd be popping through, and like or coming to our apartment, and because my stepdad is like a tech geek nerd, he'd have the whole set. He wouldn't have to go to the editing suites half the time. He had to sit in the house, so they'd be coming through and doing stuff. I used to take pictures. I was in high school. I used to go to the Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech in Hollywood, and I used to go. And my stepdad would be doing like the video stuff, but he'd give me his camera because back then I was doing camera stuff for high school, and I would be taking pictures. And actually, a lot of people haven't heard of him, but Sly Boogie, one of the rappers on the West Coast, he liked one of my pictures and used it for one of his singles.
Okay.
I didn't get paid or nothing, but it was just cool. But I mean,
Sly Boogie, you owe her $17.32.
I mean, I've met Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop. Somewhere I gotta find it. I need my stepdad to find it. There is a video of Snoop and Tupac telling me and my brother they're on the set of California Love.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Two of America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted, right?
It was right after they did California Love. But they were they're on set and they're talking like, "Hey, Brittany, hey, Jordan, what's up? Da, 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 da. Stay in school, don't do drugs."
Why is Tupac and Snoop telling you to stay in school and don't do drugs?
But exactly.
Stay out of a gang, boys and girls.
Yeah. Cube, Dub C, Dre, Snoop, Tupac, hold on, because there's a lot. MC Light, Kid from Kid and Play, trying to think. Coolio, Maya. I was an extra on 2 of her music videos.
Okay.
Because my stepdad did the first 3 videos of hers. So I was an extra in Moving On and in My First Night with You. Also, I'm just going because this is shit I know. The second music video in the beginning, the principal is talking, saying, "I need so and so, so and so, and so and so to go to the office." My name is in there. My stepdad did the video, so he threw my name in there. Who else have I met? Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
Shout out to my family friend Rashidi because they were out here at the fair, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going." And he just did some work with them, and he was like, "Let me contact so and so and see if I can get you backstage." I was like, "That'd be so dope." Whatever. So after the fair performance, we went backstage. I got pictures with Verdine and Phil.
Maurice White.
Flip Bailey.
Oh, Philip. Okay.
Yep. So
wow.
Them. I mean, I've met so many famous people. It just, I can't even remember them all because I was on all these sets like from 4th grade on. Tiny Debo, met him.
Okay, rest in peace.
Shit, who else? Mac 10, Corrupt, E40, because I was on
everybody on the West.
Yeah, I was on that video shoot. Like I said, I just went a lot because my stepdad was like, "Oh, you can come, whatever, and meet these people and blah blah." And of course, I was nervous a lot of times, like
of course,
because I'm in 4th to like 7th grade was when it was really popping. And
right.
So imagine being in like 5th grade and going to the bow down and you got Dub C and Ice Cube, Mac 10. The only one that I was kicked off of was How Do You Want It because it was the strip club stuff.
Yeah. They had an uncut version of that.
Because my stepdad did the Hoochie Mama video. I met what's his Phase on Love. I mean, I've met so many damn people, and I know I'm forgetting so many, but that's just what my life was. He did music videos. He had these people over at our house and whatever. Somewhere I got a picture of me and Sway somewhere. But yeah.
Okay. I don't have that many celebrities. I'll probably say the most famous one was Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor, if you follow the podcast, you know, my uncle played with the New York Giants for 13 years. His name is Harry Carson. He's a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He spent his 13-year career with the New York Giants, and for many of those 13 years, he was playing right alongside Lawrence Taylor. And I just remember going to Giant Stadium as a kid. We went in the locker room, and Lawrence Taylor was like, he's like, "Oh, Harry, these are," because it's like me and my cousin. "These your nephews?" He's like, "Man, come over here." He's like, "Man, we got some donuts over here, man. Let me some donuts." And I just thought that was, and I couldn't have been no more than like 8 or 9. And I just thought that was so cool that Lawrence Taylor would give us donuts. And met him a couple of times, you know, later on in life or whatever like that. But the thing I will say is there's Lawrence Taylor and there's LT, and they're two different people. So if you know, you know. Next question. Have you ever ordered an entire pizza for yourself?
Yes. Did it last.
Really? And you ate it by yourself?
I ate the whole damn thing. I am fat. Like, I might not look that big or whatever, but I will eat. I went out to dinner with my family, and it's this pizza place. And you can get, you know, the 9-inch pizza, the 12-inch pizza, blah, blah, blah. And I got the 12-inch, which is like a medium-sized pizza. Mm-hmm. Got it and ate the whole thing.
Man, listen. I did that before. I was in college, and I will never, ever, ever, ever do that again, Britt. I'll never forget. I was at South Carolina State University. I was a sophomore. I ordered a medium pizza from Domino's. And like you said, you know, it's not that big, but it's big enough.
Right.
And I ate that pizza, Britt, and for whatever reason, I went to sleep. I don't know if it was the itis or whatever like that, but Britt, I tossed and turned. I had one of the worst dreams I've ever had. Like, and even to this day, like, I don't believe in eating. If I know that I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock, I'm not eating something at 9 o'clock. I'm probably not eating past 8. Like, there has to be, for me, some time for my food to digest and for me to kind of calm down from the food. Like, I don't believe in eating and then going. Some people, they're cool doing that. I will never eat food like that heavy and go to sleep ever again. That pizza.
I'm having bad dreams. I have the acid reflux, and then I have bad dreams. I can't do that no more.
Yep. So I don't know what the correlation was, whether it was the pizza, whether it was just Domino's. I don't know what it was, but it was. I'm never doing that again. Let's see. Last one. Have you ever pulled an all-nighter?
Yeah. Like.
What's your most memorable all-nighter?
I got 2 actually.
Okay.
So one, I think it was my birthday, and I went out. Right. So I had been up since early morning because I went to work, got ready, went out, and then ended up staying out until about 2:30, and then after that, went to a 24-hour spot, got some food because I needed to soak that up. Or I tried to. And then had to go to work. I never went to sleep. I had to go to work and I had to leave to get to my job on time. I had to leave around like 6:15. So then I get to work and struggling.
You think?
Or like just sitting there and just like couldn't do it. Couldn't keep my eyes open. Like anytime I sat still for too long, it was like, oh, I gotta move. I gotta do something. Mm-hmm. And I probably slept for about 11 or 12 hours when I finally did get home after my shift. And then another one, man, this was way back in the day. This is when I was super young. My best friend and I, we lived in Sacramento.
Okay.
For a little bit of time, and we drove down almost every weekend. We were like, let's go back to LA. Like, no, whatever. So we would drive down from Sacramento to LA, and we would be immediately trying to get into something. Like, okay, let's go get some food. Let's go see so-and-so. Let's go kick it here, blah, blah, blah. And if you've heard Baylor's episode, the Northridge days, this was Northridge days. And so then we go into Northridge and we kicking it and everybody's over at the apartment real late and we're hanging out and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
All night. And it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like, okay, well, now we got to go. And then we would leave though to go see somebody else and kick it with them or whatever, go get breakfast. And it was just all this stuff. And it got to the point where, you know, when you drive and you start hitting those bumps,
that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, no. So those were the two that like I remember struggling real, real bad and could not wait to get to sleep.
The only all-nighter I ever pulled was in college. And I did it once. Much like you said, got up early that morning and, you know, went through my day, went to class or whatever like that, didn't go to sleep. What happened was we had finals and it was my freshman year. So it was my first time, you know, taking finals. And, you know, people told me, it was like, man, you may have to stay up all night to study. And Britt, it took everything in me. I mean, like, instead of studying like from 8 to 10, we went to a party. Then we went to the Huddle House, not the Waffle House, but the Huddle House to get something to eat. We left the Huddle House, came back, did some more studying. I looked up, it's like 2:00. And my first final is at 8:00. So I'm still studying. And by 3:00, I'm ready. I'm really ready to crash. And so my boy Quevin, shout out to Q. Q was like, he had wandered over to my desk and he saw like a list. And on the list, it just had names and numbers because those are the girls' know. Because folks, we didn't have cell phones back in 1991. So I just had all the girls' numbers that I had was on a piece of paper and I had it taped to my wall. And so Q was like, hey, man, you know what we should do? We should call these girls and wake them up. I was like, why? He was like, because why not? He's like, we up, shit. They should be up too. And so we proceeded to call everybody on that list. And I wasn't using my name. And, you know, of course, this is 1991, so there's no call out. So they don't know who's calling. And so Q's from Atlanta. And so he like, okay, like, let's say we calling Stephanie. We call Stephanie. He's like, can I speak to Stephanie? She's like, yeah, this is Stephanie. Hey, girl, wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. What you doing? You know what this is? And so we did that to everybody. But awesome. I never told them who I was or whatever like that. I always kind of disguised my voice. And by the time we finished doing that, Britt, it was 7:00. The sun was coming up. I went down the hall, took a shower, put some clothes on, went to class, took all of I had four finals to take that day. I took 4 finals. And when I got back to the dorm, I think I got back to the dorm around 3:00. It was a wrap. All I remember is just putting my book bag down and I fell down on the bed and I think I woke up at like 2 a.m. And when I woke up at 2, I took my clothes off, put some basketball shorts on, t-shirt, got back in the bed, and I think I slept most of the next day. I've never done that before. I'm never doing that again.
You feel awful.
Yes, you do.
Like, I mean, you feel like you're about to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even now, the times where I've stayed up almost 24 hours, like, oh my God, the next day you feel like you drank all day.
Right.
You feel awful.
Yeah,
like, I said. Then though, okay, yeah, you'd be tired.
Yeah,
it's you the same, like,
because you're young and you're crazy and you think you're invincible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm never doing that ever again. Thank God. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I want to thank everybody for tapping in. This has been another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Like I said, it's called Have You Ever Done This? For those of you who are in the remixing podcast, feel free to remix this podcast to my fellow podcasters out there. This is fun. Before we get out of here, Britt, tell folks where they can find you and where they can check out the podcast.
Any streaming platform for podcasts. I could talk about this all day. Starting to change up some things. So if you've been listening, look forward to that. If you haven't, it'll be new to you. You can find me on, I got to remember because I've been contemplating changing. I think Twitter is still Britty18.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong. Go search for me under, I don't know, whoever else I follow that you know of. And I think it's the same thing for Blue Sky, and yeah, I think that's it, because I don't give out my Instagram or anything else. So
Right.
you can find me there.
No doubt. And when does this podcast come out?
Every Friday, except for this last week.
Every Friday. She's consistent with it. You guys are here. Thanks again for checking out this podcast. We drop this podcast every Thursday and every Sunday. This is a bonus episode. We're bringing back the bonus Sunday episodes. They drop at midnight. From time to time, we will have additional episodes. So you got to subscribe. That's the way that you don't miss anything. This podcast is on all streaming platforms. If you want to follow us on social media, hit me up at 12Kyle on Twitter X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. I'm a little bit of everywhere. We also have a new baby. It is called the Rap Soul Podcast. Those episodes drop every Monday at midnight. The Rap Soul Podcast is the intersection of discussions from the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s when it comes to rap and soul music. So tap into that. And we also have merch. Check out, that's one way that you could support the podcast. Right up under this description box, you'll see a link. Click the link and you can buy 12 Kyle Podcast t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs as well. And you can also hit us up on Cash App, $TWELVEKYLE. Again, that's going to do it for us. This has been another edition of the 12 Kyle Podcast. So for my girl Britt, I am your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5,000. Cheers.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today's tip from the injury law firm Greenberg and Betterman. Too many pedestrians lose themselves in their phones and have accidents when they walk. So don't do it. Greenberg and Betterman is here to help you. Contact gblawyers.com, that's gblawyers.com, and feel better.